Yeah, hi guys, welcome to One Night in Karazhan. Today, yeah, it's about the heroic big bad wolf who has this passive hero power. So every minion costs 1, and his minion will have full stats, but my minion will just have 1 stat. So the good thing is you can put every kind of minion pretty soon on the battlefield, but his stats are pretty bad. So you need to pick stuff which has some other really good abilities. So to beat this guy, yeah, I chose a priest deck which I would like to introduce now. Oh shit! Actually, I wanted to go through the deck first, but I think we will play one game first, and then I will talk about the deck. Yeah, so I've used different variations of this deck, and in the end I won everyone, so it's pretty strong. Yeah, here we'll keep an Elixir. I think it's a pretty strong card for 1 mana. You get 7/7 in total. It's a good way to start. Another really good card I have here is the Karazhan. He's putting you under pressure a lot in the beginning, and this is one that you survive the early game. Yeah, and the corrupted seer is pretty good to get rid of. Holding over is another one in here. It's a bit more expensive, but also on turn 5 sometimes it can be really good to have this extra Yeah, and what we do right now is just we'll kill this guy. So he summons the spider. We will attack 1 spider here. So with the corrupted seer we can kill everything. I'm just wondering if I should play the Twilight Summoner first, so I have a 5/5 in the next round, which I can then use immediately. Yeah, I think I will do this because just the 1/1.
This document looks legally binding.
So it's a pretty good start already. Yeah, he's usually playing really aggressive. He's ignoring your minions quite often, only if you have really strong minions. I tested Ghoul in the beginning, but that didn't work out because he was too strong for the big bad wolf, so he's taking care of this one. Yeah, then I have in my deck also the Corruptor, just to because I have so many Death Rattle minions. All those Death Rattle minions are super strong because at least the Death Rattle minions which summon a really big minion like the Twilight Summoner, which we had here. Deathwing is in my deck, just like in if nothing works.
Let me change your mind.
I will have at least Deathwing to deal with more. Couple of Shadow Priests, there are actually not that many cards you can take from him, but it's especially good in the beginning when you're starting hand. Well, then you can steal one of those grandmothers. Yeah, and then Karazhan is also really nice, just because
minions, servants, soldiers of
the minions which dies will come back with full life. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter.
return.
Oh shit. shit. Yeah, the order of play was super bad. It was really bad. Yeah, of course I had to deal with this guy first and then play it at the end. But then I would have got a couple of Shattered Priests as a 4-5 back on the board. Therefore, I think Karazhan is quite strong. So I think we play Doctor right now with Boombots and Water Summoner. It's not that strong, but I think it's okay. So now I can take this guy over here and buff my Twilight Summoner.
Signs in blood.
And use his mana to build it off. Yeah, and I'm in pretty good position right now. Actually, those cards I have right now are not that useful. Better if or if he has a strong board. But from this point on, he has just one card left, and I have the stronger minions.
It's time to consider your
Yeah, Penetress also not for the older game, but later on, from turn 3 on, it's good. And it's a minion he needs to get rid of. And it's also a good minion to just seal the game. So from now on, it's definitely
The supreme archaeologist.
Yeah, that's it. It was quite easy. Yeah, we had a really good start as a product here. Okay, so now let's take a look at the deck. So yeah, the idea is to put in stuff which has really strong abilities which are not depending on the stats. I have a few cards which can bring back the cards, the minions with the rule stats. So okay, so yeah, Power Word Glory. We just saw it in the game. It can be really good if it has a good start and puts you under pressure. Power Shield is basically to just cycle the cards. Then I have 2 Resurrects. Yeah, if you get an old grandmother early on and this dies, and maybe you just get this small minion. But if you're lucky, you can also get something like Wobbling Runs again. Yeah, or Onyxia. There are some minions which are really good if you can get them back with Resurrect. But I'm not that sure. Sometimes you just get a pretty bad minion. This is one of the cards where I think you can you can easily substitute it for something else. Then I have 1 Shadow Madness, just because I think that in some situation can be really good. We had it in this game. Also good if you grab his infested wolf. Then Twilight Summoner, just because it's really strong minion which you get out of it. Then Harrison Jones is one of those cards which you can also substitute. It's not that strong, but he's playing a weapon. Usually when he equips it, he attacks immediately, most of the time your face. So it saves you for health, and you draw a card. So yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, you have the cycle in there. Yeah. Then holding over, because you play so many small minions, it might be necessary to have a second AoE. which on the other hand also benefits your minions and your hero. Excavated Evil, I didn't like it that much. Yeah, Cabal Shadow Priest. I think this card is pretty strong in the beginning when you can steal one of those grandmothers. Yeah, because it's so important to get a good opening and yeah, you can deal with your opponent's board because he's putting you under a lot of pressure early on. Corrupted Seer, yeah, really good card. The Advanced Windrunner, I think it's also quite a good card. Yeah, it's always a good card, but also in this matchup, it's also good if you play it on turn 1, like a Capital Shadow Priest, not a little weaker, but still good. Wobbling Runs, yeah, amazing Death Rattle, 3/2s, just for 1 mana, it's pretty strong. Berringen is another AoE, also quite good. Confessor Palatress we just saw in the game. Dr. Boom is good because of the Boom Bots he summons. So you have 3/3 in total, and then the Boom Bots might hit one of his minions. Karazhan, yeah, if you play the stuff in the right order, not like me, this can also be really amazing. Just if you play Dr. Boom turn 1 and then next turn Karazhan, that's pretty strong opening. And your opponent is most of the time, I mentioned already, ignoring your minions, so you can build up a board and then you attack everything in, and at the end you play Karazhan. Sneeze or Shredder, also really good Death Rattle. There's a little variance in there, or actually there's a huge variance in there, but the expected value is still high, I guess. Yeah, I was sometimes lucky. 1-2 times I was quite unlucky, but okay. Alexstrasza is more like a backup if it brings me down really low on health, so it was quite useful 1 or 2 times. Mostly Kraken has an really good Battle Cry. It's better than Bomb Blobber because now here you can choose a minion. Next year, super strong opening. Yeah, 7/7 for 1 mana, pretty strong. Deathwing is in case you fall behind too much or his board is too strong, this might be your only exit out of this situation. Nandos is pretty strong because of all those Death Rattle minions you have in your deck. Sometimes the games you're like even, and then you play Nandos and then you're so much ahead on the board. And you bring them also back with the full stats. Another thing I have heard is that Yasharash, if you get the minions from Yasharash, you will get them with full health, with full stats. It's also pretty amazing. So I haven't tried it yet, but I think this is one card you can put in there. I think I would put it in for Resurrect, or Harrison Jones. Shadow Madness is useful, but maybe also not that good. Yeah, then I would like to talk about a few other cards. Gruul seems good, but it's not that good because it's too slow. It can work out, but you cannot bring it in the early game because this is one of the minions your opponent will trade. So you play it and he will kill it too easy, and Gruul is just a 2/2 in this situation. If you're more or less even on the board or the board is empty and you play this card, then Gruul can be really amazing, but most of the time it's not that amazing, and it's the early game is which is problematic, and you should see that you have good minions for the which are good in the early game. Okay, I've also thought about the Faceless Manipulator. but I'm not so sure what minion is worth to copy. Especially there are a lot of 1/1 minions, or if you play them most of the time they are just 1/1s, and then the value you get out of it is not that good. What other minions did I had in mind? Yeah, I was thinking of including something with draw, because I have, apart from Power Word Heal, I have no draw at all here. Yeah, but so far I won every game, so I think it's okay. It's just every minion by itself is so strong, yeah, that it shouldn't be a huge problem. And also all those minions with draw effects, they just draw you one card, or yeah, and that's not enough. When you just play one card and to get another card, yeah, then you can just put a really strong card in there. Yeah, it doesn't make sense from my point of view. And Cold Oracle is also not a card you want to play, since he will draw 2 cards, and the thing is he will run out of cards eventually, and this is the point where you take over and you take the board control. With Cold Oracle you just give more stuff to pressure you, so that's something you don't want. Yeah, Ragnaros is another card which I have thought of, and I've tried it, but I think it's too slow, because he just hits 1 minion and it dies too easy, and if it hits face it doesn't do anything at all. Yeah, I'm still thinking if I have tried other minions already which I could talk about, but so far I think that's it, is the stuff which comes to my mind. Yeah, and with this deck you should really you should be fine. As I said, won every games, also with small variations, so if you do some adjustments it shouldn't be a huge problem. So this deck is quite robust. Only problem is it's of course a pretty expensive one with 12 legendaries, so yeah, it's pretty expensive, but it's super efficient. Okay, so this was my deck for the Big Bad Wolf. I will take a closer look for the other 2 heroic bosses, and if I find a really efficient deck, you will also find a video description of this deck here on my channel.